press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, how are you? I hope that all are doing good. So today I am here with you with a new lesson. The name of the lesson is The Bond of Love. Okay, The Bond of Love, it is a story which is written by Kenneth Anderson. Okay, so Kenneth Anderson, let's see about Kenneth Anderson. So Kenneth Anderson, he was born on 8th March 1910, okay, in Bangalore, and he is one of the chronicler of a forest, chronicler of wildlife. He was a hunter and also nature enthusiast. Okay, he is loving towards the nature and wildlife. Okay, and his works are that is Tales of Mansingh and The Tiger Rose, The Call of the Man Eaters. Okay, so these are the writer's introduction. Okay, so The Bond of Love, it is a story about the love between, okay, the love between humans and animals. Okay, so we have seen from our ancient history, if you take it. Okay, so there is a bond between animals and also humans. Okay, so there are so many stories and there are so many novels, okay, and there are so many movies we can see it. So in that we come to know about there is a bond of love, there is a bond between humans and animals. In some way, some of the people, they kill the animals because for the sake of profit. Okay, they kill elephant, tigers for their skin, okay, for their for different things, and the main thing is they want the source, that is money. Okay, so because they are a excessive desire. Okay, so it will be selling in an international market which is in a higher rate, so they need that one. Okay, so there is the people which they kill these animals. But here is the story about the love between humans and animals. Here, who are the humans here? The writer, okay, writer and his wife. So they are showing love to the animal called, that is sloth bear. Okay, animal called it is sloth bear. So here the writer has brought in his home, that is a baby bear. Okay, so let's see how he has brought this baby bear to his home and how they have a kind and affection to this bear. Okay, so let's see here. Can there be love and friendship between human beings and wild animals? Let's see, read a fascinating account of an orphan sloth bear that was rescued by the author. So the sloth bear, it was rescued by the author. He saved this, the writer has saved this bear. Okay, then let's see here. Sloth bear inhabit a forested areas including the tropical rainforest of India and grasslands at lower elevation. So here where we get the sloth bears are situated in the areas of the tropical rainforest. So where we found it? So we are finding in the Andaman Nicobar Islands, okay, and then the coastal line of peninsular India. So there it is situated, that is called as a tropical rainforest. Okay, and what about the grassland? So grassland, which is situated in the region called we found in the region which is situated in salt flats of run of Kutch, which is in Kutch district, which is in Gujarat state in India. So in these two regions we will get this sloth bears. Okay, so we found this sloth bears. Sloth bears have very shaggy hair and long muzzles. Shaggy means long and thick hairs, uncombed hairs. Shaggy means it is a uncombed hairs. Muzzles means part of animal's head. It has some part of the animal's head, it is called as a muzzles. So how it is? A long muzzle, okay, and also shaggy hair. So here it gives the description of a bear, how it is, how it looks. So it looks with a shaggy hair, uncombed hair, which is thick hair, and its head part is little longer one. Okay, then using their claws to dig. So these bears are using their claws to dig the ground. Then and they can then use their lips to form a tube. So they are using their lips to form a tube in the while digging the ground, okay, and which can go deep into the ground. So they are living inside that, that is they make a ground and they are forming a tube with their by their lips, and they are living there inside the earth into the hard to reach areas like dead trees for their food. So why they are making this tube and they are forming the ground? Because they wanted to reach the dead trees, because in that dead trees there are some termites, okay, so there are some termites, so that's why it is one of the food of this bear. So they wanted to get the reach that termites, so they are forming the tube, that is they are digging ground and they form a tube, okay, so then they will get the dead trees, okay. So in that there is a termites, they are loving this termites as a food. You can hear them suck up their food from several feet away, okay, some several feet away they can suck those food, okay. So this is the basic thing about a bear, okay. So how it is, how it looks, what are their eating food, so what is their foods are, and how they are forming the tube which is going towards the dead trees. So this is the one of the introduction of bear and information about a bear. Okay, let's see about a lesson, that is the story. It begins the story here. I will begin with Bruno, my wife's pet, Sloth the bear. I got him for her by accident. Okay, here writer is saying, so he got this bear by the accident. By an accident he got this bear and he is hand over to his wife, okay, as a pet, okay, as a pet. He has the name of that bear is Bruno, okay. So what is the name of the bear here? It is a baby bear, it is a baby bear, and the name of this bear is Bruno, okay. So name of the baby bear is Bruno. So now here says just he is giving a the past story, okay. Here it says the past story, how he has got. He is explaining by accidentally he has got this baby bear. So here he is saying now in the story. So what it is? 2 years ago we were passing through the sugarcane field near Mysore. People were driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. Some were shot and some escaped. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came out panting in the hot sun. Okay, so in this paragraph he is explaining about how he got the bear. So 2 years before he visited to Mysore. While he is going to Mysore where there is a sugarcane field, so there he was passing there near the field. So there are the people, they are shooting at the wild pigs, okay, because they are destroying, that wild pigs are destroying the sugarcane field. So that's why they are shooting at them, okay. So then what happened? Some were shot and some were escaped. Those wild pigs were, some were killed by the shoot and some were escaped. They were survived and they were ran away. Then we thought that everything was over when suddenly black sloth bear came out. So the writer, the author has thought that, so everything is normal now. So they wanted to move, but suddenly they could see that there is a bear, that is the sloth bear came near them, out panting in the hot sun. Panting means it is breathing quickly. Panting means that bear is breathing heavily. So that is called as a panting. Panting in the hot sun, okay. It is this incident took place in the midday and it is in the noon, okay, and it was a hot sun. So it is it was a more temperature, okay, which is very hot day. So it was breathing heavily, quickly. Now next let's move to the next paragraph. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear wantonly, but unfortunately for the poor beast, one of my companions did not feel that way about it and promptly shoot the bear on the spot. Okay. So here the writer says, when he saw that the bear has came near them, so then he thought that he can't kill this bear. Okay, here he says wantonly. Wantonly means without any reason, without any good reason, he can't kill the bear. So he was not killing now. He was not put his weapon on this bear. But his companion, there is a friend, there is a writer's friend, he was shoot to this bear. Okay, so he shoot down to bear. Then what happened? That poor beast. So here, unfortunately, that is the poor beast. So poor beast means it is a cruel animal. Okay, so beast means it's a cruel. So unfortunately, his companion means his friend has not thought in that way what the writer is thinking. Okay, so writer is thinking he doesn't want to kill that bear. So he was not killing now, but the friend of his, he was killed him by shooting. Okay, and then one of my companion did not feel that way what he has felt and promptly shoot the bear on the spot. So there only on the spot he has killed the bear. Okay, so then as we watched fallen animal, we were surprised to see the black fur on its back moved and left the prostrated body. So they were going closer to this bear, okay, to look it, is it dead or not, to observe it. So suddenly they had seen that there is a fur which is moving. So where it is moving? As a left prostrated body. Prostrated means lying on the ground facing towards. So there is a fur. The fur means there is a hairs which is moving and which is making a head towards the ground when it was lying. So that one they were observing here. Then we saw it was a baby bear. So what it is? It was a baby bear. When they observed very keenly, so there he saw that there was a baby bear that had been riding on its mother back. When the sudden shoot had killed her, the little creature ran around its prostrated parent, making a pitiful noise. Okay, so see what a pitiful one. So when they were killed this bear, the friend of his, he was killed this bear. So they thought that it was died. So there was a baby. So it is going towards his mother and it was checking his mother. Okay, that is already the mother is dead now. So he was showing the sympathy towards the mother. Okay, then it was killed. So it is on the back of that mother, and suddenly when it was shot and it was killed and it was fallen down, so that baby bear was going towards its mother, and the little creature ran at its prostrated parent, making a pitiful noise. So it is making a noise which is in a sympathy way, okay, showing a sympathy towards the mother. So it was killed. Yes, the animals understood that. Okay, I ran up to it to attempt a capture. It scooted into the sugarcane field. Following it with my companions, I was at last able to grab it by the scruff of its neck, while it snapped and tried to scratch me with its long and hooked claws. Okay, so here writer used to say, so when he saw that it was a baby bear, so it was started running. It wanted to escape from that people. So it was running, and this writer want this bear. So he wanted to capture this bear. So it is also following that bear. So he is also following that bear, and it scooted into means it was ran away. Then into the sugarcane field. So that bear was ran into the sugarcane field. So writer is also following it, and suddenly he was able to grab the scruff. Scruff means there is a part which is loose part of the skin which is near the neck. So it just about to catch that bear near the neck, which is called scruff. So suddenly what happened? And tried to scratch me. So it was trying to scratch with the claws. Okay, the bear, it is saving itself from this people. Okay, so it has scratched with the fear. Okay, from the claws. Then we put it in one of the gunny bags we had brought, and when I got back to Bangalore, I duly presented it to my wife. She was delighted. She had once put a colored ribbon around its neck. After discovering the cub was a boy, she christened it Bruno. Okay, so here in this paragraph, they saved this baby boy, so baby bear. Okay, so this one, and then it has put in a gunny bag. Okay, so bag which is made up with the gunny bag, which is jute, okay. So that is called gunny bags, and they had brought back to the Bangalore, so which is which is where the writer is living in Bangalore, okay. So and he has hand over this teddy bear, this bear to this wife, okay, hand over this one to wife. Then what happened? She was delighted, she was happy, she was excited, and then she had once put a colored ribbon around its neck. So she put a colored ribbon, okay. So she was happy. So she feels very excited about this bear. So suddenly she has took a ribbon towards near the neck. And then after discovering the cub was a boy. So that cub, the baby, was a boy, and she was christened it. Christen it means it to name it. It was named it as a Bruno, okay. Then Bruno soon took to drinking milk from a bottle. It was put a step further, and within a very few days, he started eating and drinking everything else. So in the beginning days, it was feeding with the bottle. It was drinking milk from the bottle, and after few weeks, so it started eating and drinking all the things whatever they are giving. Okay, let's see here. And everything is the right word. For he ate porridge. So whatever the things it is eating. So here the writer is describing here one by one. That is porridge made from any ingredients, vegetables, fruit, nuts, meat, especially pork, curry, rice, regardless of condiments and chilies. Okay, condiments means spices. Pork means meat of pig, that is pork. And then porridge. Porridge means it's a kind of a malt which is prepared with the vegetables. Okay, vegetables, fruits and nuts. And the chilies, breads, eggs, chocolates, sweets, pudding, ice creams, and etc., etc., etc. So it is eating all those things whatever they were eating. Okay, whatever they are giving the writer and his wife. So it is eating all. Then as for drinking, so what about the drinking? So it is drinking milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, then aerated water. Aerated water means which is more oxygen, where the water means it is having a more oxygen, not more carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is called aerated water. Then buttermilk, it is drinking buttermilk. Then beer, alcohol, liquor, and in fact anything liquid. Okay, so it is also drinking beer, then also alcohol. So see what a lucky Bruno it is. Okay, it is getting all those things. Okay, and in fact anything liquid, it all went down with relish. Relish means he eat and drink with pleasurable. Okay, it is enjoying its taste very much. Then the bear become very attached to Alsatian, okay, dogs, to all the children of the tenants living in our bungalow. Alsatian means it is the name of the breed of dogs, Alsatian, and you may also call as a German Shepherd. Okay, so the writer has the two dogs, so that which belongs to one of the breed. What is the name of the breed? That is the Alsatian, which is you may call it as a German Shepherd. Okay, and two Alsatian dogs to all the children of the tenants living in our bungalow. Tenants means one who pays rent. Okay, the writer is having bungalow, so in that he has rented his rooms to the other people. So tenants who are paying for as a rent. Okay, they are staying there as a renter. Okay, so then living in a bungalow, so they are there, the surrounding, the environment of a writer. So he has two Alsatian dogs. Then there was a tenants in his bungalow. Okay, and these are the things he has. He was left quite free in his younger days and spent his time in playing, running into the kitchen, going to sleep in our beds. So it is running freely. It is running and it is going here and then freely. So nobody cares. Okay, whatever he does, whatever he can go, wherever he can go, wherever he can play. So it is free with all restrictions and conditions. Okay, so because it is a young one, Okay, it is a young one, it is a baby bear. Then again it is going to their beds for a sleep. One day an accident befell him. I put down poison barium carbonate to kill the rats and mice that had got into my library. Bruno entered the library as he often did, and he ate some of the poison. Paralysis set into the extent that he could not stand on his feet. Okay, but he dragged himself on his stumps to my wife, and who called me. I guessed what had happened. Off I rushed in the car to Wet's residence. A case of poisoning. Tame barium carbonate. What to do? So in this paragraph, writer says one day, so there was a what called accident befell him. Befell means there was an accident happened to him. So what is the accident? So the writer has put some poison in his library because of mice and rats. He wanted to kill rats and mice, so that's why he kept he just put some poison in his library. Okay, so what is the name of the poison? That is the barium carbonate. Barium carbonate is the poison name. And now Bruno entered into the library without these people don't know. Writer and his friend, they don't know. He has entered into the library and he ate some poison. Okay, and he ate some poison and it was paralyzed. It was paralyzed. It was in bad condition. He was in bad condition, and that he could not stand on his feet. He was paralyzed and he couldn't stop on his feet. He can't. There is no strength in his. Okay, because he ate poison. Then, but he dragged himself on his stumps to my wife. Okay, so suddenly he was went near to his wife. So whose wife? That writer's wife. And now suddenly wife called him. So now the writer guessed it. So what was happened to this bear? He understood that I had put some poison in the library, so I think he has eaten it. Okay. Then a case of poisoning tame bear, barium carbonate. What to do? So it was rushed. So suddenly writer was rushed to bring a car. To bring a car, and he went to see the veterinary doctor. So where he was living in a residence. A case of poisoning tame bear, barium carbonate. What to do? So here writer says that yes, what is the case here? Gets consumed some poison, that is the barium carbonate. So what he has to do? He just went to the veterinary residence. Okay, so there he gone in his car. Out came his medical books and a feverish reference to index began. What poison did you say, sir? Barium carbonate? Ah, yes, barium salts. Ah, barium carbonate. Symptoms: paralysis, treatment, injections of. Just a minute, sir, I will bring my syringe and the medicine. So here these words of doctor, okay, the veterinary doctor. He is giving a suggestion what kind of a treatment he has to give. Okay, so medical books. So he is searching in medical books and just he was asking to the writer, what is the name you said? That is barium, that is barium. Yes, it is. And it was a barium carbonate. Yes, it is too. And what the symptom it is? Symptom is, that is side effect is paralysis. And what they need, the treatment is, that is injections. So now they got a medicines to treat this bear with the for his paralysis. Okay, then I dash back to the car. Bruno still floundering about on his stumps, but clearly weakening rapidly. Some vomiting, heavy breathing with heavy flanks and gaping mouth. Okay, so suddenly he rushed to the home. He just hurriedly went to the home. Writer. Okay, he saw that he was floundering. Floundering means struggling to move. He could not move. It is hard to move. Okay, and then he did vomit. Okay, then he was breathing heavily and also heavy flanks, and he was gapping in his mouth. So because he is in paralyzed. Okay, so he saw the condition of Bruno. Then hold him, everybody. In goes the hypodermic. Bruno squills. 10 cc of the antidote enters his system without a drop being wasted. 10 minutes later, condition unchanged. Another 10 cc injected. 10 minutes later, breathing less, stertorous. Bruno can move his arms and legs a little, although he cannot stand yet. 30 minutes later, Bruno gets up and has a great feed. He looks at us disdainfully, as much as to say, "What's barium carbonate to a big black bear like me?" Bruno is still eating. Okay, see, what's a horrible thing. Now he was treated. So in this paragraph, writer used to say here, he was get treated. He was came in a normal condition. So how he was treated? So doctor has injected with the 10 cc. Okay, needle, 10 cc needle, 10 cc means it's a measure, it's the thickness of a needle. Okay, it was entered, that syringe was entered into the body of bear. It was antidote has entered, and without wasting a single drop, it was injected. Okay, then after 10 minutes, the condition was unchanged. Now he was in a normal condition. He is coming to be normal. He is getting a good. Then another 10 cc injected after 10 minutes. So another injection was injected. Then 10 minutes later, breathing less, stertorous means noisy breathing, as in snoring. Okay, he makes a noisy breathing. Okay, so then after 10 minutes, then suddenly what happened? Now Bruno is moving. He can move his arms and legs. Okay, then after 30 minutes, the condition is unchanged. Bruno has got up. He was stand up by himself. Okay, as much to say, now it is feeding. Now he is all right. He is eating. Okay, and eating and all things. Now he can ask him. So for a big bear, so here the writer used the sentence called big black bear like me. So what is that? So barium carbonate. What is that barium? What is that poison? Bear like me. Now he is fine. He is okay. So he is just saying he is feeling proud. Okay. So although he has ate some barium carbonate, it is not for this bear, this kind of a bear. Like that, I am having a good strength. Okay. So like that. So now he is normal. Now he is eating. He is doing his regular activities. Then let's move on to the next stanza, next paragraph. Another time, he found nearly 1 gallon of old engine oil which had drained from a sump of the Studebaker and was keeping as a weapon against the inroads of termites. He promptly drank the lot, but it had no ill effects of whatever. Okay, so what happened here? Another time, the next time, again he was met with another incident. So what is the incident? So the writer has put some oil. Okay, what is the oil? That is engine oil, old engine oil he has got. Okay, how he has got? He has got from a sump. Sump means from a hollow. Sump means it is a hollow. It was drained from the hollow. He has took from the hollow one, which is a old engine oil. And there was a Studebaker. Studebaker means it is an American car, old American car, the name of a old American car, and was keeping a weapon against the inroads of termites. So there was a old American car. He wanted to just sprinkle on it because he wanted to protect his car, okay, from the termites. So that's why he brought some of the old engine oil, and now it was killing the termites. Against the termites means weapon against the termites means he wanted to kill those termites from that oil. But what he has done, he drank some of the oil, and luckily here there is no side effects, there is no ill effects. Okay, so he is good now. Then see the next paragraph. The months rolled on, and Bruno had grown many times the size he was when he came. He had equaled the Alassians in height and had even outgrown. but was just as sweet, just as mischievous, just as playful. Okay, so the months passed like this way. The Bruno becomes grown up. He was becoming a bigger in size. Okay, so he was grown up with a bigger size. He become a grown up. Okay, then he had equal to Alatians. Okay, now Alatians, they are the dogs of writer. So then up to that it is grown. Okay, so up to the Alatians, the height, so when you compare to the dogs, it is the same growing like a dogs. Okay, then and same in a mischievous, he become, so by days passed and the months passed, so like how he is growing, he is also become lot of mischievous, and he was playfully, he is enjoying his play. Okay, and he was become sweet also, but was just as sweet, and he was very fond of us all. Above all, he loved my wife, and she loved him too. She had changed his name from Bruno to Baba, a Hindustani word signifying small baby. Okay, as the days passed, it is growing with all the sweetness, and then he was become so much of mischievous, so much of naughtiness. Okay, it is also growing. Then everybody loves in his family, everyone loves to this bear, this baby Bruno, and even so out of that his wife is loving too much to this Bruno, and Bruno is also loving too much to his wife, whose wife, that is writer's wife. Okay, and then later a wife has changed his name from Bruno to Baba. Baba means, it is a Indian word, it is a Hindustani word called Baba, which means that small baby. Okay, it means small boy, not baby, it's a small boy. And he could do a few tricks too. At the command Baba wrestle or Baba box, he vigorously tackled anyone who came forward for a rough and tumble. Okay, if someone will call him, that is Baba or a Baba box. Okay, if anybody calls him, he just rushed very vigorously, he just rushed. If any person, if anything is just came near him, so he just moved by just pushing them. Okay, and then give him a stick and say, Baba, hold gun. If they were trained, so they are commanded. Okay, so the writer and his wife, they were commanded, and he was get some training. So what is the training? If a person has given some stick him, so if you say that hold the gun, okay, so the stick, it is called a gun to this baby bear, that is Bruno, and now it is a Baba, and he pointed the stick at you. So if you give a stick, any stick, and just it is like a gun to him, and he's just pointing at someone. Okay, he's just pointing like he's just holding a gun. Ask him, Baba, where's the baby? And he immediately produced and girdled affectionately stamp of wood, which he had carefully concealed in his straw bed, but because of his tenant's children, poor Bruno or Baba had to keep chained most of the time. Okay, if any person called him, where is the baby? Okay, so suddenly, unfortunately, what he was do, so he was girdled him. He was doing like he was a small baby, so he was showing lot of affection to the people. Okay, that is if they were called. Okay, then the next is, it was staying on the wood, and that was also concealed. Concealed means it becomes personal weapon. So what it is, that is the wood, that stamp of wood, it becomes a personal weapon of him. And he was laying on a straw bed, it was a mattress. So it was a mattress of this Baba. But because of the tenant's children, the people who are staying in his bungalow as a renter. Okay, so those children are afraid of this Bruno because of he's become a grown up now. Okay, so they were afraid because of that. So all the time it was chained. Okay, so the Baba was chained. Then my son and I advised my wife, friends advised her to give Baba to the zoo at Mysore. Okay, now this bear is growing now. Okay, so his son, writer's son, and their friends, they had advised that it's good to give this bear to the zoo. Okay, that is Mysore Zoo. Then he was getting too big to keep at home. After some weeks of such advice, she last consented. Okay, consented means to express willingness. So now his wife is having so much of love and affection towards this baby bear, and now she is not ready to give this bear to the zoo. Okay, but later after some days she agreed it to give this bear to the zoo. Okay, then hastily and before she could change her mind, a letter was written to the curator of the zoo. Did he want a tame bear for his collection? He replied, yes. The zoo sent as a cage from Mysore in a lorry a distance of 87 miles, and Baba was packed off. Okay, so hastily means hurriedly. Hurriedly, they will write a letter to a curator. Curator means a person who are in charge of zoo. For them, they have write a letter. So they have a tame bear in their home. So they need it. Yes, now the answer response came like this way. Yes, they need it. So suddenly they have sent the cage in a lorry with the distance of from Bangalore to Mysore with the distance of 87 kilometers. Okay. So now Baba was sending to zoo. It was packed off. It was going to zoo. We all missed him greatly, but in a sense, we are relieved. Relieved. My wife was inconsolable. She wept and fretted. For the first few days, she would not eat a thing. Then she wrote a number of letters to the curator. How was Baba? Back came the replies. Well, but fretting, he refuses food too. Okay, so all of them, they are missing too much this bear. Okay, and in that this writer's wife, she is missing too much and she can't even eat some food. Okay, she has rejected her food also. Then my wife was inconsolable, means she is not comfort. Okay, that Baba went to zoo, and then she wept and fretted. She was weeping. She was weeping and she was rejected food. Okay, she is not consuming food. For the first few days, she would not eat a thing. And then she wrote a number of letters to the curators. For some days, she has not even eat some food. And then she has wrote a letters to the curator, that is in charge of the zoo. And she was asking that, how was Baba? And back came the replies, well, but fretting, he refuses food too. Okay, so he was also fretting and he was not consuming his food. Yes, he is okay, but actually he is not well because he is not having his food. So this is about today's class. So here I am going to stop this lesson. So remaining part I will continue in the next class with the grammar of this textbook. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this lesson. So here in this lesson we understand there is a bond between animal and also humans. Okay, the writer, which he could save baby bear, and unexpectedly the friend of writer, he has killed its mother. So then he brought this baby bear to his home, and how he was growing. Okay, he is growing with love and care from his family. Okay, so everybody is loving and he is also loving too. And how he was saved from the poison, and also although he was drank engine oil, but he could save it. Okay, luckily this bear is very strong. Okay, so this is about the today's class and today's story from this lesson, the bond of love. Okay, so I hope that you have understood and you are enjoyed this lesson. So we will meet you in the next learning class. Till then, all of you stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.